Hey everybody, this is actually my second time trying to record this. I had an issue before where it crashed. So I'm going to be doing a video on creating a 32 kilobyte flash cartridge for the Game Boy. So this is probably more what I'm into now, so I'm more likely to do some videos based on this type of thing than what I did before. So hopefully you guys enjoy this, and I'm going to get into it. First off, we are going to go File, Open Eagle, and we're going to open up the GB blank cartridge from the Inside Gadgets made this. So I'll leave a link to this on the description, and we just want to set the copper zone to 0, not visible, to invisible, so that it's easier to see our traces when we run them later. Then next up we want to, so this, no, which pin is it? This one, A12 is not labeled, so we're going to just go ahead and fix that. That glitchiness will go away once we start playing around with other stuff. So the first thing we actually want to do is place our flash chip. Now, I already know the flash chip I'm going to use, but it's going to be important for you to have that ready for yourself when you add a footprint. And we go paste, and then we go and press enter. And they'll come up with a couple options. So these are just different package sizes. So this one's more of a, it's even got a little picture, so that's what it looks like. And this is the one I'm going to choose though. So we're going to go that, and we're going to click place, and I want to place it so I've got enough room. It looks about center, doesn't it? Yeah, perfect. And I'm just going to hide this. So we're going to go click on this, and then we're going to go do display prefix. No, so that's not going to actually, when they print the PCB for us, it's not going to display that little U1 or whatever it is. So what you actually need to do now is look up what the pinout for your chip is. So most websites, when you search that chip, will have a data sheet. You go ahead and open that, and then you scroll down to the pinout, which should look something like this. Should actually have that open. So this is our pinout here, which is a P-dip, apparently. So we are using this chip here, but in case you manage to purchase this chip, we should actually put these address lines in when there are no connects over here. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and do. So you just click on it. Net. This is pin 1, so that is A18. And we just go ahead and do this for all of them. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. And see what I'm doing. Okay, so when you're done, you will notice that a whole bunch of these pins do not connect to anything. So the first one we're actually going to deal with, which is VDD. So that is input voltage. So that is 5 volts for us. And now that's connected. Down here we've got WE, which when you look down here is WR. So that's the same thing. So what we actually want to do is change that asterisk from WR to because we're going to call it the name on the cartridge pin, because that's just makes sense to me, and that's how I'm going to do it. So we're going to call it WR. Just have a sip of coffee. For our chip, A17 is not connected, so we're just going to leave it there for the moment. Then we've got OE, which is, I think, the one that I forget all the time. I think OE is RD. So let's do that. OE is OD, which is also wrong on the cartridge pin. We'll scroll it out so far there. CS is not done. And then the next one we really have to worry about is this VSS, which is G and D. So I think that is every pin except for CE, which we're going to hook up to A15. So essentially what the Game Boy does is it requests an address, and then that address is connected to a certain pin. But the Game Boy itself uses some addresses for the internal ones. So what we want to do, we want to request a certain address. We don't want it to try and request the address on the chip. We want to request the internal one. So to do that, we when A15 is asked, we want to stop the chip enable. So we are going to go A15 for this output enable. Sorry. Output enable, chip enable. Oh, maybe I got those mixed up. Did I get those mixed up? Oh, I got those mixed up. D7 is chip enable. This is meant to be CE. See, it's always good to double check these things. A15, that should be A15, that should be OE. I'm just going to undo those two things that we did, and I'm just going to quickly go over into my other cartridge, which would be this one, which is a different one. And this is the same chip, so I can luckily just double check. That's CE. OE is RD, okay. CE is A15 and OE is RD. So then, yeah, there we go. That makes more sense. RD is up there. CE is there, which is A15. Yep, cool. That's better. Yeah, so my other cartridge is the same chip but different package size, but it functions the same. So now what we've actually got to do is we're actually going to start running some traces. Now let's start with 5 volts, because that's just a simple like that. Now when you're running traces, you actually don't want to have right angles, because if you have right angles, electrons don't like moving that way, apparently, however it is them. So we're just going to have 45-degree angles, because that is a lot easier. And then we'll scroll in, line up. Ooh, what did I do there? How did I do that? That's close enough. And then run our trace from here to there. That looks horrible, doesn't it? Yeah, I'm going to delete it. Start again. So essentially, this is just like a game where you just have to try and run all these lines without having them intersect. with one another. Okay, so next up, what's the next? So we can also move between two different layers. So far I've only done on the top layer because that's easier. But you can move between layers by choosing vias. Now I think I might do these ones here because these look like they're relatively easy to run. Like that to that one. You like that to that one. And you like that to that one. Now these ones here, they all want to kind of cross over. So let's us kind of down to that one. Now, okay, so the good thing about using a flash cartridge like the cartridge like this, oh, don't forget to save. We'll save, and we'll go save as new project. We'll call it cart for YouTube, and then go save, and then it'll create a new little folder for you. So, okay. Let's have a look if we can go to, so since these are through hole, this is a through hole chip, it'll render and then we'll rotate it. See how the pins go the whole way through? That makes life easy for us on the other side. So we can actually go to bottom layer and then we can run a via trace this way out here and probably actually go a little bit further. And then come down to here, and we'll leave it like that, and then we'll run ourselves a via from there. I'll delete that one. Then we can go to the top layer and connect from this via to this pad, because these pads are on the top layer. So these, what this does is it goes through here, down the hole, and around, and connects up at the back. Now, what we've got to do here is we can go to the bottom layer and we can go follow this. Now that we've made it like here, probably should have left a little bit more space in hindsight, but that's okay actually. So this one actually has to go here. So if we do this, put a via here, right, we'll get the top layer and then go like that down to here, right? And then the next one, which is like, what's the next one? Okay, so there's still crossover. So what we can do is here, start here, go out like this, and then stop right above here. Right, we'll put a via there, and then come. Oops, I forgot to switch layers. Come down, get as close as we can. There. And that will do for the last one. The same thing when we come stop there, do a via. Now I'm not saying I'm the best at this, right? But I'm getting practice, and I imagine the more you do it, the better you get. So. There's all of them hooked up except for that pesky little witch ground, which I'm just going to run to I'm going to run from the bottom actually, because I only need one via. Hopefully that via doesn't intersect with anything. That does look like it's intersecting, doesn't it? So, oh, actually, yeah, so what I'm actually just going to do is just, and then up to there. That looks better to me. Okay, so that's all that side there done. I'm actually going to just kind of quickly go through all this, and I will just do the main address things. And then I'll come back and show you the last little bits and pieces that you got to do. Okay, well, that took me quite some time to get sorted. Where am I? Probably about half an hour, give or take. Now the only pins I've got left is A15, A17, 18, and 16. And that's everything. Now this is looking like a mess underneath that chip, which is going to make some of this really difficult. Now, alright, first up, I'm going to get A15 from here down to the card edge, which is here, which looks relatively easy. I think I can use the red. Well, so if I just do like down to here, through here, across to here, and put a V here, and like here. So I'll move it up one, and then we'll switch down to blue, move from blue to here, and then switch back to red, and move from red from here to there. Okay, that's that done. Now we're going to hook up a CE to this. It's just going to be a mess. My best bet, I think, is to run blue up along here to probably. Do you reckon I can go up and over? That's like right along the card edge though. Don't like that. So I think I can run, if I run blue from here though, up to like there, and then we'll have a V here, and we'll switch over to red, and just jump over that. Now if I run another V down, I can literally just move all the way across to the pin. Done. Alright, now, okay. I mentioned that a 17, 18, and 16 just need to be grounded. So I can just run them all the way down to here, or just hook them up to the ground right here. Now, yeah, once it'll work itself out. So the easiest way would be all in blue is to just hook you to you. Ooh. Yes, you're having issues because they're labeled differently. It doesn't like connecting them. So for just sanity's sake, I'm just going to call them GND, GND, and U, GND. Alright, so I can just run now I can just run from U to U, and then connect U via red. And to get one of these pins over to ground, which is going to be the easiest. It actually might just be easier. There. So I can run red over there. I have to use a lot of V's to get it across, don't I? It might actually just be easier to run blue all the way around underneath the cart edge to here. Just to ground all of those. Might do that just for making my life easy. Down and around all the way. Ooh, I can do U to U. Let's It's ground, that's it, done. So then we can now go into control save. Better do that. Then we can now go into 3D, and that is what our PCB looks like. All the vias, everything, all hooked up. Now, next up, we actually want to make it look nice. So I'm just going to go, I saved already, so then we go File, Import Image. Now, if you got a really simple image like I've got here, yep, my logo, quite simple. I do know that I want it 5.5 centimeters, and then I want to invert it. Insert image on the PCB. Whoa, got it wrong. Image size is 3.3, not 5.5. This takes a little bit of trial and error. I haven't worked out a real easy way to do this. So, mils, centimeters, 3.5, invert, 3.5, insert, nah, maybe it was 5.5 and just when I inverted it, it was just messed up. I think that's what happened. Open, invert, centimeters, 5.5. Insert image to PCB. That's looking better. I'm going to make it 6 centimeters though, because I want to cover the whole thing. Insert image all the way to the bottom. My logo, invert 6, not 6 millimeters. That's not very big. 6 centimeters. Oops, so I fell off. I'm just 6.7. Wow, so close. Millimeters, centimeters, insert 6.7 centimeters, insert image to PCB. Perfect. Just so it's centered, and it looks great. Now this is actually on the wrong layer. What we want to do is switch it to bottom silk layer. And now when we go 3D view, the top looks as you expect, but on the bottom we have my logo. We can also add some text, which we're about to do. Okay, we're going to go Control Save, and then we can just hide the bottom silk layer. It's going to be easy for us. Might be easier if we just hide all our traces too. Maybe the top layer can stay. So next up, we probably want something that tells people what this actually is. So we can go text. Text, please. What is that? Is that? That's probably my background or something. Got no idea. Anyway, I'm just going to go Control Z. Yeah, so that's fine. Edit, redo. Add some text to our. We can just if we click top silk layer, it's probably make life easy. So then we go text. I'm just going to add it probably along the card edge. There, we'll click on it, and we'll select our font. Do we want New Times Roman? I think it's sans. I like. Yeah, sans. And then we can set our height. I'm going to halve that and make it 40 because that's how I prefer it. Actually, no, probably 60. Yeah, it's probably about right. And then we just change our text. So I'm going to go 32 KB flash, capital F, flash, card. And because I've already made one with the similar chip, I'm going to call this type B. revision -1. Hey, keep it consistent. Good, there we go. And then probably should put some of this other text over here. Say, by view. I'll move it over a couple of pixels, make it about even, that's fair, right? And then we'll do a render again and see how it looks. Now we should put something here, I think. Import another image. I'm going to import, what do I got? I got a dinosaur. Dinosaur could work. I put dinosaur on my other one. That's why I got the dinosaur. Got the retro future. Oh yeah, let's put the retro future one. Got this one. So when you're playing around with this, if you actually just move these sliders, you can make them look a little bit better. If they're looking, could invert. Nah, I'll leave it like that. Insert image to PC, that is way too big. Good thing is, next time you go to import, it saves your settings. Open, looks the same. Now we want to make it, well, the whole cartridge is that, so 3.5. I'm going to guess. Insert image. Okay. It's probably about right anyway. Move it around to there, I think. And since it's the retro future, we'll call it Nintendo Game Boy 32K flash card. Type B, since that's going to be cut off just a tad, try and get that Game Boy in there, at least some of the Game Boy in there. Yeah, I just realized that some of that silk screen is going to get knocked off. So if we go to that, and then we'll rearrange Elliot here a little bit. And then we'll have a look. It's not symmetrical. I should probably make that smaller. So that was 6. Make it 5.5. File, import, image, Elliot. Same as 3.5. Was that the how before? Oh, I can't remember anymore. Yeah, it's a bit smaller. Put you like there. Then we'll just move you like that. Save it. 3D. There we go. Well done. Hope you enjoyed this video. As I said earlier, this is more like what I'm looking to do from going forward. So making cartridges, modding Game Boys, consoles, whatever. That's the kind of thing I do in my spare time. I don't really play Minecraft or video games anymore. So hopefully you enjoyed this video, and if so, leave a like. Alright, signing off.